Everybody, we have an amazing episode tonight. We continued the episode with Gene Pompa and Chuck Martin. So if you liked them on the last one, you're going to love them on this one. And we are about to get started, but I just wanted to mention, check out our website, which is jimandeddytalkshit.com. Everything you need to do is there, especially donate. You're not really donating. You're buying our DVDs, our CDs, our T-shirts, our posters. If you want to see us live, like you want to see Jim or I live, you can see Jim. He's going to be February 9th through 12th at the DC Improv. Then he's going to be at Levity Live in West Nyack, New York, February 17th through the 19th. I'm going to be at the Adelaide Fringe Festival, which is one of my favorite festivals in the world, and it's in Adelaide, Australia. I will be there from February 21st to like March 11th. So come see me. Then I'll be in Ann Arbor at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase in Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. As you can hear, we have no advertisements, but if you want to advertise, just send us an email at jimandeddy@yahoo.com. That's jimandeddy@yahoo.com. Check out the Brian McCarthy interview show and the Mongcast. Those are available on iTunes too. This is a lot of plugging. I know. I'm sorry. You're all sitting there going, I'm at fucking work. Get to the fucking comedy. All right. We're going to get there. But now we've got to hear Jason fucking sing.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie.
So, Chuck, is there any other jobs that you might be able to employ Gene?
I'm working on some now.
Really?
Yes.
Why don't you write the Gene Pompa show? That's the problem.
The Gene Pompa show.
Nobody will know how to say your name.
True.
Right.
How do you say it correctly?
Tom Papa.
Pompa. How dare you?
Do you and Papa alternate on who opens for Seinfeld?
There's like 5 people. 5.
Who else?
It's Larry Miller is
Okay.
doing it now because he's doing stand-up again. Mark Schiff.
Vince Champ?
Vince Champ is, I think, still in prison. And Mario Joyner.
Oh, yeah,
I think
Mario
who
does
else?
it.
I'm leaving out somebody.
I went to the same college as Mario.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I like Mario. I hung out with him in Australia. I ran track in college, and I was like pretty good. I'm
Right.
not even.
You guys went to Penn State?
He
or
was-
Pitt.
University
he was
of Pittsburgh?
faster.
Okay.
Yeah, well, needless, he's black.
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah. Even the racist guy thinks that's bad.
Jim just shook his head.
Yeah. Jim thinks you went too far.
No, it's very upsetting because, like, even as a comedian, I'm not even the fastest comedian. And not only, I wasn't even the fastest comedian at Pitt.
Wow.
Like he went to the
Yeah.
same
Oh,
school.
that's interesting. Wow.
He almost made the Olympics.
Yeah. He had
Wow, really?
Yeah.
he had all the records at the University of Pittsburgh till
Yeah.
Roger Kingdom got there, who was the gold medal winner.
That's
Wow, I didn't
fucking
know that.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario's a freak.
Yeah.
He's a freak. He
Yeah.
like, and
So no wonder he buys like one Heineken and lasts him the whole night because he doesn't drink or put anything like in his body, right?
Well, he's just
used to
bad at
being fit.
drinking. He's a bad
Gene,
drinker.
Oh, okay,
Gene,
okay.
I don't think if you just drank one Corona, that you would be an Olympian. I don't think that.
You're saying if I didn't cut back on my Corona, Chardonnay, and vodka, that I would have.
If you just cut it back in the car.
you would be a Greco-Roman.
Thank you for noticing.
Water polo was your sport.
Actually, it was a shot put. But
Did you shot put?
Yeah.
You know who doesn't drink at all? You were asking me about the Seinfeld is Leno. Leno's one of these
Leno
people-
doesn't drink either.
He claims he's never had an alcoholic beverage.
I'm putting these guys all in a fucking
Isn't that
category.
crazy?
Mitt Romney.
Is that possible?
Mitt Romney, Jay Leno, and Dane Cook.
Oh, Dane Cook too?
Dane Cook's
Jane
never
Cook has
had a
never
drink.
had a drink either.
Never had a
No.
drink.
Yeah.
Never.
See, I don't believe any of these. I don't believe Leno. I'm
Tosh
friends with
doesn't
him.
The only way Leno
Well, no,
might have
Tosh
had a drink.
drinks though and has had drinks. But he doesn't
The
drink
claim
a
that
lot.
you've never had it is just. I mean, the Pope drinks wine.
Leno
Dane's
must
never
have
had a drink.
accidentally had a drink, is what
Just
I'm
picked
assuming.
up the wrong cup.
Yeah, or in church. He's Catholic. He's Italian and he's Italian and Scottish, but I would assume he's brought up Catholic. The generation he was, raised in Boston.
Right.
Kenny Kane's never had a drink either.
It's just
Our buddy
weird.
Kenny's never had a drink.
When I hear people, when somebody says to me, "I don't drink," what I hear is, "I'm really fucking boring."
Oh,
Those are the words that I hear them coming out of their mouth. Like, really?
See, I think when they say I don't drink,
But Dane talks about being drunk on stage.
he's never had a drink.
Oh,
That upsets
wow.
you.
Well, oh, really? Is
Jim's
that true?
upset.
Well, it's probably not his material.
he-
There, I said it.
A lot of people do. A lot of people
He's
do
stealing
smoke
stuff from
weed.
guys that are.
A lot of people do smoke weed and just weed and not.
Oh, yeah,
booze.
there's a lot of
I have a
people
lot of
like
friends
that.
that
Yeah,
just
they're
smoke
called
pot.
stoners, Gene.
No, but I mean they don't drink any kind of booze. They're just like
Right.
pot since
But
day
see, that's
one.
normal. To me,
I like that though when people get out of rehab and then they go, I'm only drinking or I'm only smoking
Yeah,
pot. And I'm
right.
like, you're only doing heroin next week.
Right, the pot seems to be a major indulgence for them, like for them to kind of wean themselves back into. It's just
But like Mitt Romney, we don't want a president that's never.
No, I don't
like,
trust anyone that hasn't
Right,
drank.
they're a
or
little on
done-
edge.
Even drugs. I want my president to
Everyone
have
gives
done
Romney
drugs.
a hard time just because he's stupid and shit, but I think he's
not-
all right.
He's not stupid. Wow.
No, he's not stupid, but he's a rapist.
Let's start. How great would that be if we could start a rumor?
Yeah.
And it came from, they trace it back and they're like, it all started on the podcast. They called Mitt Romney a
Yeah.
rapist. Gene Pompa got raped by Mitt
It's
Romney.
interesting how the job creator title has been eradicated. Because once you look at Romney, you're like, no, you eradicated fucking jobs. Your job was to eliminate jobs.
Well, this got serious.
You were never a job
Yeah,
creator.
when did you become
I'm
fucking
just saying
Bill Maher?
that's interesting that's out. That's gone now. You don't hear that term anymore.
Is this new material?
job creators? Some shit I'm working on. It needs a
I
little.
like drinking.
Yes.
I might have to add an impression or a sound effect.
What?
Wait, I don't.
Gene,
It's not.
you are getting Jason's job.
Right? I think he's already got it.
Are you serious? Don't fuck around.
He would do it. You would come here every Monday.
Listen, no. You might get upset about this. You're going to have to play a Mexican.
Full accent.
I've done it all my life. I don't mind.
It's not a racist thing.
You have the best producers ever.
Consultant.
Is that your title? Oh, consultant.
Can I at least thank my daughter?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you what?
I want to thank my daughter
For what?
Watching the Golden Globes with me.
Not calling the cops?
He'll thanks her.
Do you call her and get DUI checkpoints? Have her look them up when you're on the way home?
No, but she does a lot for me, actually, believe it or not. Some of that technology is a little highfalutin.
I have one more Seinfeld question. When you go
Yes.
tour with Seinfeld, do you get to go on the private jet?
Yes.
Yes.
How fucking awesome is that?
Mario Joyner calls it, when you go like to New York, wherever Jerry, or if he's out here and you leave from here and you do the whole thing on the jet, he calls it the all around. Like that's our goal is to, because otherwise if I'm going to Kansas or something, he's coming from New York, you gotta get on a regular plane.
Oh, yeah. With the peasants.
What is it with private jets?
What's the deal?
What's the deal with private jets?
So it's...
If people knew, has everyone here flown on a private plane?
I've been on one.
Yes, I have.
You've never been on one? Really? That's surprising.
Jim's never been on one.
I'll see what I can do.
Fundamental difference
But
between a Piper and a Gulfstream, by the way.
what's that?
A fundamental difference between a Piper Cub and a Gulfstream.
Is that a question or a
No,
what are
I'm
you
just
doing?
saying that's something I experienced.
He was saying
Oh.
his private jet was a two-seater.
Oh, right. Oh, really? Is that what it was? You were crop dusting?
I went on a Gulfstream once with Paul Rodriguez, and we were both freaking out because we don't like small planes. And it turned out to be a Gulfstream jet, and we were like, "Oh my god, this is fucking amazing."
Yeah.
But then we've been on, whatever. What are they? Not bunny hoppers. What are they called?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Pond skippers.
Yeah, those things. So we've been on
Is there a
those.
point to this?
Anyways, you had a question about me and Seinfeld?
No. Private travel, by the way, those private jets, as you know,
It makes-
and you don't know for some reason, but it's really, if the general public knew what it's like, there would be chaos in the streets. Because I think people think it's like, well, it's like you have to go to the airport and it's the same thing. It's bags.
No.
Like people think the only difference is you're just on your own plane. No, everything's different.
The whole world.
The whole, you drive up to the plane in the car and get out.
Yeah, at the steps.
And you don't touch your bags, right? And you get on the plane. It's insane.
And you can smoke pot on
You can
the
do anything.
plane.
Yeah.
The phone thing is bullshit. The seatbelt thing is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
It's
You can do whatever you want on a plane. It's true. But yeah, I mean the difference,
there-
and every now and then I'll try to explain to Jerry what it's like to
Fly commercial.
actually get
He doesn't
because
know.
I walk him back. I go, well, people, what you have to do, you have to get there, you have to check in with somebody, you have to check it, and you show ID, like all this. It's crazy.
I kid you not. I saw Al Davis and Gray Davis on Southwest coming out of Oakland. Not together.
Oh, okay.
But
That
some
makes more
occasions. And people were very friendly and, of course, excited. L. Davis was on there. Gray Davis had just gone through the recall.
Yeah.
So it was interesting, that he was still happy.
I think it's like when I get on a plane and I'm walking on and I see like celebrities in first class and they're not on a private jet, they must feel like I do when I get a middle seat.
When they see you?
Yeah, well, like they're in first class and they're not on a private jet.
Right.
Like I saw Bill Maher on
That
a
they're
plane.
bummed.
Yeah, they're bummed out. Like
Mar loves private planes.
yeah, because I get
Right.
my fit is I got
Who wouldn't?
I got a middle seat. I'm
Right.
like, oh my god, my life's over.
Right.
But I'm like, do you know who I am? And they're like, no. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll stay in my middle seat.
Right.
But no, I get a lot of first class because of the upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Because I fly so much, I get and when you don't get, who was saying it that like the phrase "turn left" when I don't get to turn left.
Yeah.
When you get on the plane and you have
Right,
to
you
go,
gotta go right.
and you're just like,
With all the other humans.
yeah.
No, the best
third
thing I
world.
ever, I'll tell
Yeah.
you something, the best thing I ever did was 7 years ago. I got my private
Oh boy.
This is gonna be
my
great.
private flying license. My private flying license.
Uh-huh.
And so I fly myself around.
Uh-huh.
And cut out the middleman.
I see.
From what? From
What-
where do you
what-
live now, Gene?
Yeah, what agency gave you this license?
Omnipop. Are you familiar with
You
Omnipop?
fly from East LA to the Hollywood Improv and back.
Yeah.
Do you have a Starbucks cup
Yeah, Starbucks
on the plane?
flying around.
It's such a quick bunny hop from Burbank to San Diego.
Being rare.
Beaner air.
Beaner Air is what it's.
We only go from Chicano area to Chicano areas. San Jose.
You don't
Aquí en
let-
La Phoenix.
You don't land at airports.
Like you just driving a car isn't dangerous enough.
Yeah, we just cruise it,
No, have
cruise
you ever
it
flown
nearby.
on one of those Cessna like?
Yeah, the little puddle jumpers, I guess, right?
No, but like I had a buddy in England who I knew him in high school and he moved to England and he bought a plane like for 40 grand. He bought like a 1982 Cessna.
Wow.
And he was like, "Oh, you got a gig in fucking Newcastle? I'll fly you there."
Really?
And I was like, "Okay," thinking nothing of it. And then I got in
Yeah.
the plane, and you know when you get in like a friend's like beat up old fucking like 19
You got to jump start the
80
car. And he's got to
Volkswagen.
like pull
Right.
on the
That's
propeller.
what the plane was.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
shit was falling off of it, and he's
Yeah.
like, "It's okay. It's physics. It flies itself. It just
Right.
And
It's
it
like
was-
a glider almost.
It was
Yeah.
like he was like punching the
Tell
altimeter.
that to John Denver.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just punching shit, going, "This doesn't work. This doesn't work." And it was like fucking like
Oh,
I'm not afraid to fly, but I was afraid of that.
of
Like,
course.
Sometimes it ends up being not worth the mind fuck. I'm just like, it's too much anxiety.
yeah, no way.
You know
And
what,
then then in every bar he tells girls, "I'm a pilot. Do you want to fly with me tomorrow?" And every girl falls for that. And I'm like, "Have fun.
Yeah. Buy another shot.
Enjoy. You should go now while you're drunk because tomorrow you're gonna have the worst day of your whole life."
JFK Jr. Had
A pilot's license.
yes, indeed. Had a nicer plane then.
And it turns out an annoying girlfriend.
He didn't know night. He didn't know night
You know,
instrumentation.
they made him play like he wasn't going to fly, and they
She
threw
nagged him?
a kissy fit at the airport.
That he could
"We're
navigate
going.
it? Like-
We're going. Yeah,
Wait a minute, because that was really bad conditions, and he didn't
Yeah.
have the level of flying ability to
right.
fly.
He
in
was
that.
nervous about it, and was like
He didn't know
maybe we
nighttime
shouldn't-"
instrumentation. That's what killed him.
He said something like, "Maybe we shouldn't do this," and then
It's another level of training that's very.
Oh, and
you
he
have
did-
to be certified in.
Like Al Qaeda has that.
and he wasn't there yet. Well, they did it during the day. At nighttime, it changes dramatically.
It's darker.
From pilots that I've spoken to, that they've told me that that night instrumentation thing is.
It turned
absolutely
out she was cheating on him.
Is that
Is that
true?
true? Wow.
Really? With who?
Someone who could fly a plane.
Look, Anonymous gets mad at us when we ask a question back.
He's just giving us fun facts.
Anonymous is about to tell us there's a book about it.
Oh wow.
There's a book about it.
Well, this system's finally working.
Hey, I have to use your bathroom. Is there shampoo and conditioner?
He wants to get cleaned up for the ride home.
Do you need the bathroom? Go ahead. Do you have to poop?
No, just
Okay, because we have plumbing
Well,
problems.
eventually.
There is dog wash.
Careful.
Yeah, there is dog wash. I washed the dogs today.
Has anyone ever gotten up and gone to the restroom during a podcast?
Everything's happened here that you
Oh,
can
really?
imagine.
Really?
Yeah. Jason, one night,
I'm sad. I don't. get to meet this
you have to
crazy
meet him.
person.
He's an anomaly. He was doing cocaine for the first time in his life.
Really?
And then he decided to let everyone punch him. And,
I once shit myself.
Really?
Jim shit himself right there.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of some of the other. Andy Dick.
You could just leave that blank.
There, yeah.
Get everything. I got it. Got it.
Yeah, we don't
You
need
just
to say
need to say Andy Dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he was here. Okay.
Yeah, he's been here a few times.
Yeah. He's so funny though.
He was here and he didn't
makes
leave
me
for
laugh.
for a few days.
Really?
Like 3 days or something. He
Why?
jerked off in my bed.
Really?
Almost gay.
That's pretty good.
No, we couldn't get rid of him.
But what? But why not?
He
Why
couldn't find his car.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Jim saw him like a week later. No, like a couple months later. And he goes like, Jim. And he's like, Andy, what are you doing in Venice? And he's like, you're never going to believe this. I just came back to get my car. You know what? I just watched his movie, Division III, Football's Finest.
Don't know what that is, but go ahead.
Exactly. And Andy is fucking brilliant himself.
Yeah.
Like
Very funny.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
And it's like it's almost like autism. like he's because he can't function in everyday life.
Right.
But when you put him in front of a camera, he's really, really
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Gene's the opposite of that. I mean, as long as he gets up and goes to the restroom, I've never seen it.
I just wonder if he's okay up there.
Let's go find out.
How long have you? I didn't know you guys knew each other that long.
When I first moved out here, and by the way, it was Pekin, Illinois, and then Tempe, Arizona is actually where I grew up.
Okay.
And then went to college there, and then came out here and
Okay.
doing stand up. And right when I first moved out here, I first moved to Orange County for some weird reason. The Irvine Improv was there, and that's one of my first gigs out here. And I go, well, I'll just live here. I literally got a place in Costa Mesa.
This is the hotbed of comedy.
Right. I was an idiot, and I met him like one of my first gigs out here. He was on the show, Golden Sales.
I think that's how he is with everyone.
Yeah,
You have to work with them, and then you're like,
yeah,
oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Like, because I saw him in New York for years. He would come in and pop into the comic strip. And I'm like, who's the guy with the hat? Gene wears like this fedora all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this fucking guy? And then I worked with him one week and I was like, this guy's.
By the way, did you see what's on the side of the hat? Do you know this? Do you know this trick? He's coming back so he can tell us. Is everything all right?
Does this help you when you get pulled over?
A little bit.
Do you need some Pepto-Bismol?
Explain what's on your hat.
It's
Into the microphone would
Yeah,
be much better.
How long you been
Is this
doing?
your first day in show business?
How long you been
He
doing
literally
comedy?
said to me in there, by the way, does this air live?
No, I said this is a live feed.
Yeah. Well, what's it? Yeah,
How-
feed right
How long?
But it's being simulcast in New York live.
on the East Coast. So tell everyone what's on the side of your hat at all times.
San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department.
On a fedora.
I do benefits for search and rescue, right?
Uh-huh.
And I had a general from the
for
San
people,
Bernardino
for people that
County
you've
Sheriff's
run off the
Department.
road
Yeah, right. Yeah,
when you're
quadriplegics.
driving home from the
Good mark,
improv.
Right.
But one of the colonels from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's.
He's not a colonel.
Colonel Sanders from San Bernardino. Colonel.
He said. He said.
So the general said,
Yeah, he said.
The General Lee
Yeah,
said.
the general said. Wear
Admiral.
this hat pin. If you get pulled over, they'll know you're a friend of the
Admiral Stockdale said
sheriffs.
what?
Yeah. Oh, nice reference.
Wait, that hat? That's like a PBA card.
No,
that's what he's claiming.
All he said was, if you get pulled over and you're questionable, they'll know you're a friend of the sheriff.
Yeah.
They might
So-
cut you a break. That was it.
He's driving. He's got the hat on. So he gets pulled over. What is it, officer? He's got to point to the pin, this tiny little.
A pin.
Like
Yeah. I'll tell you how that works. Let me tell you what happens when you do that.
No, I got lucky a couple times.
That has worked.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what happened to me.
Well, explain
On
lucky.
my radio show.
I was probably over. I might have been 8.5.
I was on my radio show in New York. We had a cop on our show who was a fan of the show. He said to us, hey, guys, here's a badge. If you ever need to park somewhere illegally, put this in the window, put it up on your dash.
Wow.
You can park illegally places.
Right.
They'll leave you alone, that kind of thing.
Right.
And it was a patch. It wasn't a badge. It was a New York City patch.
And did you believe him?
I fucking believed him so much so that day I was going to New Jersey and I was fighting with a guy to get into the tunnel. And we were trying to edge in, each one of us, and we're yelling out the window at each other. Finally, I pulled it out of my backpack, First day I had it. Pull it out, and I went, bam!
Did you yell bam like that?
And I was like, NYPD, motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You say it without saying it. Yeah. You
And
kind
then-
of,
yep.
No, he said that.
and it
Yeah,
helps.
yeah. And no, I didn't say it, but I showed it.
Right.
And,
Because it's illegal to say it.
yeah.
No, it is.
Yeah, but then he pulled out a real badge.
Oh,
He
shit.
pulled out a real badge and showed me.
You pulled out a patch from the side of a shirt. One of those-
Exactly.
with
You
the
pulled out a
frayed
shirt
edges.
patch.
It still had the material from the shirt on it.
And your membership
thought-
card.
And he pulled out a badge.
An
A
actual
real
badge.
one.
An actual,
Fuck.
I don't know what it was. He
You know what's
could've-
hilarious is
that's
that was
great.
probably a fake badge
Yeah,
too.
but I went.
Who knows,
I
man?
went. Go ahead.
yeah,
By all means.
My bad.
After you, sir.
He was in like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Mazda Miata. Who would have known?
Right.
Yeah, you know, you're an off-duty cop. I'll tell you, but sometimes they're dumb as fucking hammers. When my wife and daughter got rear-ended last year,
This is going to negate the pin, by the way. What
told
you're
on my
saying.
car.
They're dumb as fucking hammers. Okay, I'm sorry. Go
We
ahead.
have a lot of cops that listen to this show.
yeah.
If you're listening and you are an officer of the
no.
law, none of us on the show are
No, I'm saying some of them
standing
are.
behind this other than Gene.
Some
Right.
of them are. Some of them
Gene,
are dumb as
what's your
hammers.
license plate number?
And what I mean is 055 GNF.
What's your low rider?
When they're off duty, sometimes, and they're rookies, they'll overextend themselves, right? So my daughter, my wife and my daughter, and believe me, I have family in law enforcement. Believe me, I'm a hardcore law enforcement.
Oh,
fan.
don't try!
You
Don't
sound-
try! Don't try to climb.
But I
that.
don't. But I don't like when they're stupid. It it's troubling. And so at best, and fucking, they get rear-ended. My daughter's head hits the windshield, right? So she's got a small gash on her head and a little bigger gash in the middle section.
Wow. Here's the thing. I was going to leave it alone. Because I thought, well, I'll be respectful.
Well, it was right there. It's
You
hard
say
not to-
daughter and gash
hard
in the
not
same
to,
sentence.
You know, it's hard
And then
not
you
to-
do it.
I was like, I was thinking, wow, this show's
Like-
very, very pleasant. Jim can't talk that much.
Right.
Jim would have gone somewhere when you said your. I was thinking while you were
having a
telling the
nice
story.
night's sleep.
I'm like, when you said your daughter's head hit the dashboard, I was waiting for Jim to say something like, "That's the best time to fuck her,"
Right.
but Jim didn't say it. You
I
basically.
wanted to say, did you fuck it?
Anyway, so she has a gash on her forehead, and
Covered
this
that.
off-duty cop goes, I forgot who was there, and they're talking with 911, and I hear him say,
Was he a colonel?
no, I hear him go, no, we don't need a EMT, right, or an ambulance. I'm like, yeah, we do, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Like. Literally, I'm like, it's a head wound, dude. 20 minutes from now, she could be dead. We need a fucking ambulance. Like, with no...
Yeah, you
it's
dumb
my
fucking
daughter.
hammer.
You just came straight out of Apocalypse
It's my
Now.
fucking... It's my daughter. And it happened right around the corner from our house.
Are you sure she's your daughter?
So I was like, smells like my daughter? So I
Good name for your CD.
Smells like my daughter!
Didn't this cop see you, Pen?
So
Right. Yeah. Did
I
you
wasn't
flash
wearing-
your hat
It was
pin?
8 in the morning. I wasn't wearing my fedora. But anyway, so I'm saying that guy was a douchebag, and I've seen cops get overzealous. Unfortunately, you know.
I've never heard of such a thing.
No, I don't know
once
either.
I was in an accident. I wasn't in an accident, but I saw a substantial accident on the freeway, and this woman needed help. And this fucking cop, he's off
Again,
duty.
Gene Pompa.
He starts going, "I need ID. I need." I'm like, dude, she's like injured. What are you asking for fucking ID for?
Gene Pompa, cop
know?
killer.
Second CD.
Anyway, so
Did, did it all work out? Is
I
the
love
story
cops.
almost
It worked
over?
out fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I got $6,000 for the car. It got totaled.
Really?
The wife and kid were
Totaled?
fine.
and
They
two,
were all
new,
totaled,
and two
$6
new
grand.
album titles.
And I was hoping just to get $4,000 on private party. So I got $6,000. I was like, all right, that's cool. It was an Infinity i30 with like 150,000 miles. So.
Really?
Yeah, good ending.
Oh, and then make
I
a
saw
long
them
story
hitting
short,
with a broken glass everywhere.
Wait, say that again.
there was a
Jesse's
exchange
quitting.
of gunfire.
Where are you going, Jesse?
Where
Did
do you
just
have to
quit?
be?
Jesse, what about the exchange of gunfire part?
Here goes the Emmy.
You don't have to be anywhere.
All right.
Where do you have to be? You wake up early and go to the gym.
You don't have to
So
convince
tomorrow's
us.
the first day of that?
Bo.
What time does Curves open?
Apparently very early. You just see his head go down the window.
This is so great. We don't need Jason anymore. Gene does all the dumb shit, and he's funny.
Yeah.
I like when Jim gets mad when I don't get his sign language.
This is an angry silent film all of a sudden.
He's thinking. We're playing charades.
like
Oh,
the
he wants
artist.
to hear the gun story. Keep going, Gene.
There's a gun story?
There was
better be fucking good.
He reached for his gun. And
Who did?
He did not.
Yeah, and I know.
Who did? The pontiff.
And I teach martial arts.
Colonel.
As you know, I teach martial arts. And it was a Mexican standoff.
Wait, no. Who pulled the gun? Who pulled the gun?
No one pulled a gun.
There was no gunfight?
There's no gunfight.
Why do I feel like you've had a gun pulled on you?
Recently.
I've had a gun pulled on me twice in my entire life.
You make it like,
and like twice
only
in your
twice.
entire... Yeah.
Once on the freeway and once in the hallway.
Jason is fired.
He
I
is
don't even-
Mexican.
I feel bad for that guy. Very good. The racist computer speaks again.
Wait, when on the freeway?
I was on the 110, I think, and we were cutting
said
each other
when.
off.
You
Road
said
rage.
when?
Yeah.
Oh, this.
Oh,
Probably,
110 in the afternoon?
This is like 10 years ago. Oh no, at night, like 10 o'clock at night, probably. This is
One-
probably at least 10 years.
And a
maybe
gun
longer.
pulled? Why did they apologize after? Oh, I'm sorry. You're...
You know what?
Did they not
He
see the
pulled a
pin
gun
on your
on me.
hat?
He pulled a gun on me. I ducked.
Oh,
right?
thus, no pin.
And
You shouldn't have ducked.
And then I chased him because I was like, "Fuck you, pulling a gun on me, motherfucker."
Oh, because that's
None
smart.
of this happened, by the way. None of this happened. There's not one word of this is true. You've never been on the 110 freeway.
You did not chase down a
No.
guy.
This is just a dream.
No, I because I got offended that he pulled the gun because it was a fake gun. I realized, oh, it's a fake gun because he would have shot.
Oh, because you
And he
can
didn't
you
shoot.
can tell from a car.
So I'm like, oh, you didn't fucking shoot. And then I was like, oh, you know what, motherfucker? I'm going to kick your fucking ass now.
Did you know it was a fake gun because it shot a dart at you?
And water came out of it. He was
He just-
five.
he just
The kid
pulled-
was 5.
You know what? He pulled it out and then,
Shut up.
And I,
Oh my god!
and,
No, seriously, shut up.
put my head down, came back up, and then went on home.
I watched it on the MythBusters, or I think it was when people duck behind cars, bullets go straight through them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you hide behind a car door and shoot.
Right.
Good luck. That bullet's going right through the car door.
It's a
and right in.
22. It's not going to pierce a car door.
Boy. So now, hold on a
Like we
second.
have Jason.
Hold on a second.
Shut up.
Yeah. Is that just one key at this point? You can just take.
Yes, he's not going to write anything
Yeah,
else.
I don't blame him.
And there's more.
Yeah, you said twice a gun was pulled on you. When was the
Yeah.
other time?
I got shot in the back of the leg with a BB gun back in
Shut up.
6.
You did get shot with a BB gun?
Yeah, I think
But that's
it
not a
might have
gun.
been
I think
pulled on you.
everyone has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been shot.
That's like-
I shot the kid across the street from me.
Yeah, that's like saying that you got shot at paintball.
Right. This was like,
It's really not.
Yeah.
did it really hurt? I shot the
It
kid across the street
stung.
from me. He dared me to. I dare you to shoot
How many
me. and
pumps?
just a couple.
Yeah.
It was just across the
It
street.
really is.
We used to have paintball or BB gun wars in my neighborhood where you would, but it was supposed to be one pump. And you would
Right.
hear the guy like behind the tree just going shunk, shunk, shunk.
Right.
And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dude, I know you're pumping the fuck out of that. And then it would just, like blood. If you shot
Yeah.
someone with like more than 3 pumps.
In the right context, that's a gay story. I mean, there's blood. There's a lot of pumping.
A lot of lube,
Dude, I heard you pump that.
shitty
There's a
assholes.
lot of...
In any context.
Gene, I like having you here. I was
My
so,
pleasure.
I was, no, but I like,
This is why I'm an Emmy-winning producer.
you're
I'm
the,
telling
no,
you.
you're the guest.
This is the guy.
This is Jason. He has filled in for Jason.
It's
So
hilarious.
I'm sorry to hear about Jason, by the way.
no, we're not anymore.
They have a professional.
Our fans are going to be like, this guy's funny.
Yeah.
Because half our fans want to kill Jason and half love him. I think none of our fans will like you.
Yeah, why is Jason a bad
Jason
man?
is dead to me.
Jason's dead to us. He is. Can you come back every Monday?
Yeah, I'm good.
What about your daughter?
Not for 2 more years.
Oh, she can't come here?
She's 16.
Oh, she is? You have a 16-year...
Yep.
Oh, your life is going to be ruined.
Dude, can I say something?
Yeah.
She smells like she's 17.
That's the worst thing
I'm so
my
excited.
father has ever
Yeah.
said to me in my
Yeah.
life.
This is not a new joke for him, by the way.
That's a G Pompa classic.
This is a classic. I heard this joke 15 years ago.
Does she look like you?
Yeah, she's stunning.
Jean has larger breasts, I believe.
She's beautiful, actually. She's a wonderful kid.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, it's all in the parenting.
Yeah.
The kids at 16, they have a filter that's fucking very, actually, pretty enlightened. They don't really.
Are you talking about her vagina? Or
No, I'm just telling you.
Oh.
They're,
He calls it the
they're-
filter.
They're great. They're just great. They're just not racist or sexist. You know, and maybe it's California. I don't know.
Are you
But it
like
seems
the
people
dad
younger
that
people are
they all
better.
want to come over and party at your house?
No, no. Well, no, not so much because they know from the girls, her friends, that I'm kind of an asshole, right? I really am a disciplinarian, and so it's not always fun. But the boys, her male friends, they like that I've been on Comedy Central and
You got
I do
credits.
stand up. And,
Yeah.
Because you tie here down.
Anonymous gets all upset when his joke doesn't work.
He has second thoughts right before
Yeah.
he hits.
What
the-
was that?
there.
Because you what?
You already hit the.
Oh, you
keyword.
won't. It's over.
This is like it's the same thing. Like writing for a bad comic, and you write some stuff, and then they do it. You go, oh, you
They
fucked
don't-
it up.
they don't
The
deliver it
computer,
well.
Right. It's all
Speaking
fine.
of that, did you watch the Golden Globes last night?
I did not.
I just read a lot of Ricky Gervais's jokes.
Yeah.
He was really tame. He really took a step back.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he really why did he do it?
He probably, I don't know. Maybe he wants to do the show again.
Yeah, but
Because the other decision is, I'm going to say everything crazy.
And
You're probably
never-
not doing it again.
well, he said everything crazy and they gave him the job again.
That's true.
So
Right.
It was very awkward when people who weren't traditionally funny people, like that wasn't their forte, tried to be funny, like Dame Helen Mirren.
like me?
No, but Dame Helen Mirren did a thing with.
Did you just say Dame Helen Mirren?
Is that her name? Is it
I don't
Dame
know.
Helen Mirren?
I don't know if she's a dame or not.
Okay, so she, Dame Elton John. No,
He's a
Helen-
dame. That's correct.
But Dame Helen Mirren was doing props for
Dane Cook Marion.
for Morgan Freeman. And she tried to do like a funny bit, and she stayed in it too long, and it was very peculiar.
Well, but she's an actress. She's not
Have
funny.
you ever written on one of those award shows?
Yes, I've written on 2 Academy Awards.
Oh, you did?
One
Which
Emmys.
Which ones?
Whoopi Goldberg,
Okay.
however many years ago that was, and Chris Rock when he did it. I only write for black people.
We need to hold on. Hold on. I know what's coming. Can I predict what Anonymous is going to say? That's because they can't write.
Oh.
That's because they can't write.
What Emmys did you do?
Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, okay.
Again, a black person.
You wrote for Ellen on the Emmys?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Ellen's
The one
really funny.
after she came after 9/11, and it was that year.
I think she's
crazy.
hilarious. And Chris Rock
It
was
was very
awesome
brave
on
of
the
her to
Academy
come out when her show was in the ratings dump.
Now he's not getting a job on Ellen.
No,
They're going to go, we are going to hire
Her writing
we're going to hire
staff-
Chuck Martin.
Let me tell you something.
But he's got that sidekick.
Let me tell you something. Alan's writing staff makes the KKK look diverse.
Oh, does she really have an all white?
Yeah. There's a weird hypocrisy with GLAAD and a lot of the gays and lesbians in Hollywood.
Because they had that big homo Greg Fitzsimmons writing there.
Well, they don't reach out like to Latinos and Asians and blacks during the.
Boy, you play that minority
No,
card all the
but
time,
during the
don't
Prop
you?
8, because GLAAD is such a white organization, they'll sit there and suggest a stereotype as they hate being stereotyped. They'll be like, oh, no, Asians, Latinos, and blacks, they hate gays and lesbians. No, we don't. There's no conclusive evidence that
Who said
we're
that?
less
No
tolerant.
one's ever said that.
No, GLAAD is like...
This
they've had
happened on the 110 freeway?
No, the GLAAD has had spoke people that come out and they'll be like, oh, no, because blacks are very this and Hispanics are very macho, so they can't tolerate their siblings or family members.
What
being
about
gay.
Australians?
I think I don't know about Australians.
They're very racist.
There's actually some Mexicans in Australia, though. I met
No, there's no Mexicans.
there
in
was
Australia.
a guy who had a
No, no,
Spanish
no.
radio show.
Jim
I
is
met him in New York.
vehemently denying this.
Every
already.
Mexican restaurant
No.
That was vehement.
every Mexican restaurant I've been to in Australia, there's 2 of them. They're run by like people from like Bali. It's Indonesians. There's no Mexicans in Australia.
So that was a
did
fluke
you ever
thing.
know a Mexican in Australia? Anonymous?
He's looking up.
Lots of cocks.
Lots of gooks.
Lots of
I thought it was lots of cocks, which I was trying to figure out
Yeah, there's a lot of cocks there too.
how that would work.
But lots of Asians. There are, but no Mexicans.
But I'm just saying, there's kind of an irony and a self-righteousness.
So
and
if you're
double
gonna
standard with that.
if you're gonna go, stand out and try to stand up for your people, you might want to go to Australia and be like, "What the fuck? Why are you
No,
keeping my
because that's
people out?"
not indigenous. That's not.
Maybe you guys
organic.
need to swim farther than just a river.
Those are Aborigines.
Aboriginals,
Oh, sorry.
Aborigines are like the plural.
Now
version.
you have a huge kind of
Easy?
thing in in Australia. Like you've been playing Australia for years, right?
Yeah, like 80.
No, but like maybe 10 years or 5 years.
Who's doing the interview here?
Sorry, no, I'm just curious. No, because you and Arj Barker were like the first American comics. I knew that went over
No,
there a lot.
there's been Americans way before coming over, right? Like lots of Americans.
Louis
Who's the
Anderson.
guy?
No.
Oh, okay. So maybe it is Arj and I.
Oh.
Arj was pretty big over there when I got over there, though. Arj is fucking massive.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Like creepy massive. Like you walk down the street with Arj, and you'll feel like he's the most famous person you've ever met.
Wow.
Because
Oh, wow.
like who could you walk down the street with in America where people would even like Dane at the height of his popularity, people weren't running up and screaming. Like
Right.
people scream when they see Arj.
Wow.
I don't.
People
see,
do that when they see Gene too,
No, I would say
but for a different reason.
Just his daughter's 16-year-old friends. There's the guy that gets me drunk.
I've walked down the street with Jamie Masada and seen him get inundated.
Jamie Masada is the owner of the Laugh Factory, who one time told me, I was talking about how I had just finished a marathon, and he goes, "Oh, I ran one of those once." And I go, "You ran a marathon, Jamie?" He goes, "Yeah." And somebody with Fraser Smith goes,
Right.
"Yeah, you fucking ran a marathon." He goes, "We were standing at the start line watching it," and he's like, "What is this?" And he's like, "It's a marathon." He goes, "What do they do?" He goes, "They run 26 miles." And Jamie goes, "I could do that." And he goes, "Okay, well, you're gonna have to." No, see ya. In like fucking dress shoes, went and ran the LA Marathon. And he goes, and Jamie's sitting there, he goes, "My feet were all bloody."
Oh my God.
Was he being serious?
He ran
That's
the marathon.
crazy.
He just jumped in and fucking ran 26 miles with no training, in dress shoes and pants.
That's insane.
That's why I won't fuck with that guy. He's a ninja.
Yeah.
Like there's something creepy about Jamie that I just
That's a great scene in a movie, though. Whatever that is. Just a guy. So I'm going to run a marathon.
the Israeli guy.
Yeah.
It is unusual though, because I've never met a creepy club owner. That is very unique. That he would be unusual or unique.
There goes that gig.
You mean that one that he
Yeah.
gets?
Yeah, that
Do you still work in Tempe all the time?
I go there next week.
How many
Oh, forgive me. I go there next month.
How many times a year do you work? Like most comics go to a club maybe once or twice a year.
Right.
I swear to God, Gene goes to Phoenix, Tempe area twice a month.
Well, they changed the dynamics. So Dan Murr's no longer there.
Right.
And there's a new guy.
Really hot women there.
Thank you. Yeah. Very hot women there who I can speak with and mentor.
Wait, so Dan Murr's gone.
Yeah.
Where is Dan now?
Dan, I'm not sure. He was working as a consultant at one club downtown.
Consultant at a club.
Phoenix.
I'd put the tables over here.
Yeah.
I mean, what
You shut it. You got to
gig is that?
turn the mic on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So he moved on.
When I was there, Dan always wanted to take me out and take me to nightclubs and introduce me to all the pussy.
That part was great because he would at least hook us up.
Yeah.
You know, he would get us right in.
He took me out one night and there
But
was
his
like,
pussy was questionable.
no,
Not his, but I mean the pussy.
he
No,
sh-
his was fine.
he showed me like the hottest girl I've ever
Usually
met in
clean.
my life. Who my opening line was, if I wasn't gay, I go, you and your friend seriously could make me not gay.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, I would have a threesome with you if I wasn't gay. And they were like, oh my God, you're gay. And I was like,
Wow.
yeah. And I thought I was going to end up and Dan's like, that was brilliant. And I'm like, yeah,
Does sound pretty good.
I'm going shopping with them tomorrow.
Right.
Like they literally had set up a shopping date. And I was like,
Oh.
no, tonight. And they were
Right.
like, no, not
Was
tonight.
that last week?
Yeah, pretty much.
And is that where you got that shirt?
Oh, by the way, I just want to mention this couch, because we're getting rid of it, is going on. It's on eBay right now.
Uh-huh.
And Farside, look up. Let's see what it is. Let's see what the bidding is. What? How? No, it's up to
$17.
Last I saw it was up to $36. And if you buy the couch, the cum and blood comes with it.
Right.
Oh, there it is.
This is not a limited time offer.
It's up to $47.
Nice.
The
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
The couch from Talkin Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie. Yeah.
That's really cool.
How many bids?
One from Gene.
18 bids.
18 bids,
Wouldn't
and
it
it's only at 47.
Wouldn't it be funny if 9 of those bids were Jason?
Where do you think he is? That's what he's doing.
Uh-oh.
He's just off bidding on the couch.
Now, what are you guys going to replace the couch with?
A new couch is going to fill in here. We're going to have a new couch and a new...
Do you know who the vendor is yet or the designer?
Back to the gay show.
Let's just take it all the way again.
Yeah.
Gene, come out. Please.
Come on.
No,
Didn't
I
Todd
need a
Glass inspire
couch.
you?
I need to buy a couch.
I need a couch.
I need a couch for my brother.
Do you want to get in on the bid?
Yeah.
Where's it at right now?
47.
$47.
I'll give you 46.
I don't think you understand how bidding works. You're going the wrong
Yeah,
way.
you
All
can't
right,
undercut.
you give me 45. I'll take it tonight.
You know this couch is up to 47. I'm thinking it's on there for 10 days or something. I think it's going to sell. My guess is $90.
$90.
How long is it going to be up there?
10 days. And today
oh,
was
I
day
see,
1.
10 days total. I got it.
So
I think you might be surprised.
And there is some
There's some-
DNA on here?
there's DNA all over this. I would say if you took an ultraviolet light over this, it's covered.
Would you say the AIDS that's on this couch is in remission?
You can clone me from this.
There's hemorrhoid blood. There is
Oh, dear.
there is
Oh, Lord.
there
Price
is
just
semen,
skyrocketed.
There is
Price just.
barbecue sauce.
Well, what's the difference?
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
There are dead babies in here. There has been
I have fucked it.
You fucked it
I
earlier.
believe that.
there is probably a fetus somewhere in this, like a dead fetus.
I just read it was actually you had something to do with it on Facebook. I think it might have been your mother posting this story.
Your mother posted on your Facebook.
Yeah,
She's on Facebook. I
she's
friended
cool.
her.
Yeah.
I'm friending her.
She's funny.
What's your Facebook? Gene Pompa, Pompa.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom's a very staunch Democrat, like hardcore.
And
Yeah.
you're a Republican?
No. I'm a Democrat. I'm a lifelong Democrat. I voted for Reagan the first time I could vote, though.
He's
because-
Republican.
Why? Because he helped your people out of Puerto Rico?
No, I thought
Cuba?
Reagan was tough.
Oh, yeah.
I was young and
Just his
stupid.
leathery face.
GeneDaughterSnatch.com.
That's where when you went outside that you bought
She-
that domain.
Gene, may I ask why your picture on Facebook
there it
is
is.
Coachella?
I'll be going to Coachella this year, as I have every year for almost the past 10 years. My wife was a schoolmate of Paul Tollett, who created Coachella.
Oh, really?
So every year he hooks us up with a
So you know how to get tickets.
couple of deluxe VIP tickets.
Yeah.
And when you arrive there, do all the kids yell, "Look, there's an old man"? Does that happen?
No.
Okay, just
But
check.
thank you for asking.
Do they
Like a
go?
Logan's Run kind of thing.
Are you shutting
It's
this
like Logan's
down?
Run. They run
No.
up and look at you.
Just
Actually,
like in
can't
this
believe
tree.
it.
First couple years I didn't want to go because I thought, it would be uncomfortable. And then, seriously, because I don't like big crowds. But then we went, and I was like,
Career
oh,
can attest to that.
it was really... right. Pause for love. But then I went, and it's actually extremely civilized. You know the VIP areas and stuff, and they're pretty unpretentious, and there's a lot of areas to
Do you
sit
get some
and relax.
kickback from this? I mean, why are you?
It's just great. It's just a fun fucking weekend. It's unbelievable. We get a condo in La Quinta for the weekend, and the
Wait, you
past few
can't
years,
call it a condo if it's at the La Quinta. You
no,
get
La
No, in the
Quinta's
place,
nice.
in the city.
I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you meant in the hotel La
Yeah.
Quinta. I'm like, that's not a condo, Gene.
Oh no, the Hotel La Quinta has condos, believe it or not, that are owned by people that lease them out.
No.
No.
Nope.
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 I want to tell you about
seasonal.
my timeshare now.
That's exactly what's happening.
But any event, so we go hang
In
out
any
there.
event. You
And
mean
the
there's
past
more to
few
this?
years, I've brought Bianca. You know, I think
His daughter.
Beyonce? Oh.
Daughter.
yeah. So like 13. Yeah. She's 16.
I thought you
now,
like
so
drove one of the
past couple
performers.
years.
I brought Bianca.
No,
she's performing
it's
this year.
unbelievable.
The way I get the tickets is I'm a driver.
Yeah.
But you know, and I didn't want Bianca going. I thought she was too young. Her mom seemed to think it was okay. You know, I really was against it, to be honest. It's just a big crowd
But
of
then,
50,000 people.
then
I'm
when
like,
she then
why
when she
would I
got
want
you
my 14-year-old?
backstage,
But I don't want my 14-year-old being
never too
around
young.
high or drunk, you know, and stuff like that.
This is getting ugly.
yeah, you know what else? Neil Brennan's gonna be so upset by this episode.
Why?
It wasn't very funny the last one. It was. You thought it was funny? Oh, I didn't think it was funny.
But
Sorry, Neil.
yeah, that's
Maybe I'm the
He'll
only
be
one.
upset now after he hears that.
no, it's great. You know, I'll tell you this. I have an inside scoop. Black Keys.
I like an hour 40 in.
Stop the presses.
Yeah.
I will say this.
We're wrapping it
about
up.
Coachella,
Oh, I have an inside scoop.
that Black Keys are headlining Friday, but it was going to be No Doubt, and then they end up not being able to do it.
Where did you get this info?
From Paul Tollett to my wife.
I think if
Okay.
you Google it, it says it online.
Oh, they mentioned it on there now?
Yeah, it
That
was
it
everywhere.
was initially No Doubt. Well, a lot of people thought it was going to be Tom Petty also possibly and Bowie, but there'll probably be one more surprise before it comes because he always does that. There's always someone at the end. That
You have
he
to start a
adds.
blog.
Yeah.
You know,
Noel Gallagher.
I like it. I like it because
already
it's
in it.
great. Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's great.
There's your
no,
surprise.
But
A buddy of mine owns a hotel in Palm Springs, and he just sent me the VIP, like, hey, if you want
Nice.
a room, you got to get in now for Coachella. And I was like, awesome, this is going to be fucking great. And then he said, the price sheets are down below for all my VIP friends. And I was like, so awesome. I clicked it.
Sold out,
The
right?
cheapest room, $799
For the week. For the weekend?
for a night.
yeah,
No.
sold out.
A
It's
night.
already sold out. You can't get a hotel in Coachella.
Get on your
I-
private jet, rich boy.
No, Coachella's so maxed out.
Who pays fucking $799
There's not
for
a
a hotel room?
They're not even available. I don't give a shit if you want to pay $1,000 a fucking night. There's nothing available.
Then where do you stay? You stay at the Quinta.
We stay at the La Quinta.
Don't people stay in like teepees on the premises?
Some, yeah. The campgrounds are sold out. Those sold out like in a half hour.
Oh, fuck. I'm not going to that shit.
Yeah, it's too much.
I'm telling you, these young people are extraordinarily civilized. It's a really remarkable experience. It was something that I didn't expect, and actually, I have to say, it was
That
just
you've
a
gotten away with more rape.
pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
No, maybe a couple stink fingers.
And sexy.
Very sexy.
Are there? Are there a lot of hot women there?
Yeah,
Young girls.
without question.
Like how young?
Oh, boy.
18 exactly.
Officer.
I have the pin on.
18 on
I
the
love
day of the
rape.
festival.
What was that one? I didn't hear.
Anonymous just said, I love rape.
No, there'll be a rape tent in a couple years, but right now, it's just music.
Do you get like backstage passes and everything?
Yeah, we have artist parking, and it's really
Wow.
uh,
Do you think you're an
accommodating.
artist?
Is that the artist parking because you're a comedian?
No, because my wife's connection to Paul Tollett. It really has very little to do with me. I mean, he does like me. He likes my stand-up, and he's always, gracious. And
Has he ever put you on? Let you give it 5 minutes? On?
no, we were going to pitch him this year, and then we ended up not doing it to do something similar to Bonnaroo. Maybe next year we'll pitch him something. When we did the specials at Club Nokia a couple years ago, he had just merged with AEG like the year prior.
okay.
And so he was excited about that, and he kind of was talking about that, but we weren't really ready, so we didn't.
Now, do you do
follow
a lot
through.
of drugs at Coachella?
I do a half a hit of X, and then
I do comedy at all the music festival in the UK.
Oh, really?
He's very serious. Yeah.
Yeah, I
in,
love
the
that.
in the UK, it's a big deal. Like
Right.
Glastonbury and Leeds
Oh,
and
wow.
Leicester and with the Virgin Festival. Do they do comedy there now? And it's a big, like they have a whole comedy tent, and they've been doing it for years and years.
Yeah, he did it one year with
Smart.
forgive me, Patton Oswalt and whoever was in his crew for
Yeah.
the comedies of
Comics,
comedian.
comedians of
Yeah.
comedy or whatever.
And so they did it that year, and it went great. But I think what happened was they about a little less than a year later, they tried to repeat that in a downtown situation, a downtown street scene or whatever it was, and it didn't pan out. But it wasn't the right venue. But the way they did it and the way Paul Tollett was explaining it to me at the time, he was like, I wanted to do it early so people that were here early could enjoy it and they wouldn't be all wasted.
Right,
yet or
right. Because
anything.
you can't have the
Yeah.
music. Everybody
Yeah.
fucked up on drugs.
But then I had
coming
people
into
that
comedy.
had been to Bonnaroo, like Skylar Stone and a few other guys that said, no, there's another way to do it where you can
All
actually
Points
coexist with
West
the
has a
music.
comedy tent.
Where's All Points West? Which festival is that? Is that in
West.
Austin? Jim just pointed down.
Yeah,
and
it's
I-
below here.
Okay. San Diego.
San Diego.
New
New York.
Oh,
And
New
that's
York.
not. That makes no sense.
Yeah, so I think that's
All
something
Points
he's
West.
going to do. I would assume he's going to do that next
got
year.
it.
Or
Well, they did
Make an effort to do
they
that.
They've been doing it for years in the UK, and there's the greatest story I've ever heard. I think it was Glastonbury, the Malcolm Hardy story. Malcolm Hardy's this legend of a comic who was just like fucking crazy, just like, like a legendary drunk who used to run. Was it Banana Cabaret? He ran a gig, and
He is so dead.
Is he?
yeah, he's dead.
Oh.
He fell off
He's
a
like
boat.
the
He
Australian
he
Andy Dick, this guy.
Exactly.
It
Wouldn't
sounds like.
somewhat like Andy? He fell off a boat in the Thames River. And,
who's booking Banana Cabaret? now?
well, he used to MC the open mic, and he would then leave. When he'd bring up the comic, he'd go into the bar, and when the audience hated the comic, they would all start yelling, Malcolm, Malcolm, and he would come back on stage and take them off. But
Oh, wow.
And he would just give them shit, like he would fuck with the open micers and tell them
Wow.
they sucked.
Right.
And
That sounds like fun, though.
Like he would say, good luck,
Yeah.
and like bring them out. But there was a story at Glastonbury, I think it was, where he used to pull his nutsack out all the time. Wasn't his nutsack or his cock? Jim's showing us right now. He would show a nut. He would show a nut. So at Glastonbury,
So it was like that.
so at Glastonbury, he puts all this glow in the dark stuff on his nuts, and he's going to come out in the dark to some music and just have his nuts glowing in the dark. And he comes out on stage, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And everybody starts laughing because there's two girls in the front with glow in the dark stuff all over their mouths.
That's great.
Look up this guy online. His name's Malcolm Hardy, and people led me on to him because I kept saying my friend Mickey D was going to turn into him, and our promoter's like, "Don't inspire that. Then he's going to die,
Yeah, right.
like penniless." And I'm like, "Funny."
Yeah, very funny. I
Funny
like that.
ending.
Yeah, he fell off a boat and into the.
That's how he died?
Yeah, he fell off his boat and nobody, hit his head and died.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he lived on a boat in the Thames River.
Oh, we lived on it.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Well, you got to go somehow.
But he's I think there's a book about him. Or no, he wrote his own book.
Could you email that to us?
Hey, fucking don't do a job.
Don't do a job. And then the
No,
computer-
it's not Malcolm Hardy photography. Look up Malcolm Hardy comedian. Yeah.
Did you mean? Yes, that's what I meant. Malcolm Hardy.
wow.
There he is.
Spelled like that. 2005.
Look at death. How did he die?
Death and Legacy.
Wait.
Is that him in the memorial?
His body was recovered of the Greenland after he was reported missing from the.
And the weird thing is his balls were glowing.
Wait, Jim's going to show us something. What's that?
He was part of New Kids on the Block?
Knob.
That's hilarious.
Oh, knob out?
Knob out.
That was at his funeral. They just did.
That's fantastic.
All right. On that note.
On that note,
Yeah, we saw Jim's not again. Wait, does it say something about Louis Schaefer on there? Pull that up. Pull that up. Pull that up. We're gonna edit this, but pull.
Yeah, I see it. It's,
What does it say about Louis Schaefer?
Louis Schaefer.
Oh, he
Who
was
is that?
nominated for the. I guess they have a Malcolm Hardy Cunning Stunt Award. How have you not gotten that? Bo Burnham.
I like 2006. No award presented.
Act most likely to win $1 million. Bo Burnham. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming by. This has been amazing, Chuck. Thank you very much. It's been an honor to have you.
Thank you. It was.
No, I was talking to Chuck. You
Also, can I just say something? I appreciate you guys inviting us. And
We invited ourselves, basically.
I want Eddie, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Jim.
He just shook hands with Jim.
Yeah, after he played with his balls.
Yeah. Did you just play with your balls? I don't care. I'll lick it.
I don't mind. Yeah.
Can I have your pin?
Of course.
Thanks. Can you get another one?
No, they're very hard to get.
You guys are welcome anytime you want to stop by. And if Jason's here, just tell him to leave.
All right. Thanks.
No,
Thanks for having us.
really, you could.
When are we going to surf?
You surf?
You got a longboard?
I got one right there.
Let's go.
All right, now. Now,
on.
now, shark bait.
Get your hand.
Yeah, I want to surf with the guy.
Shark bait.
The guy that the most unlikely incident in the world from the most unlikely shark.
I'm gonna go surfing with a bobber.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. Check out our fucking website and everything. And you guys have Facebooks and Twitters.
Twitter, Mr. Chuck Martin,
Why do you have Mr. Chuck Martin?
because some asshole has Chuck Martin.
Okay, we can take care of that.
Really?
Yes.
But
We
he's
did-
kind of. I think it's this guy that's his public speaker, and he's really.
We'll take care of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. This is worth driving to Venice for.
Yes. Yes. Brad. What's his name? Brad Williams, the comedian. You know, the little
Yeah.
person. There was Short Brad. He wanted.
Uh-huh.
And some guy had Short Brad.
Right.
So we had our listeners write to
Oh,
Short
no.
Brad,
Oh.
and he deleted his account.
Wow.
So, what do you want?
I actually kind of like Mr. Chuck Martin.
You sure you don't want Chuck Martin?
I
Because
don't.
we can get
I
it
don't.
for you.
I don't. You probably can, and that's very generous.
I
but-
mean, I'm not going to tell our listeners to do it, but
Right.
Chuck Martin, just you guys don't have to if
but
you
I
don't
do think
want
this
to.
guy, and you don't have to,
Yeah.
but you can if you want. But I think this guy is like this. He writes books, and he's a.
Well, let's find out what Chuck Martin does.
I feel bad already.
Why?
Because it's that's his thing, and I honestly don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
so-
I kind of like the Mister actually.
Yeah. So,
I really do.
listen, we're not telling you to do anything,
No.
but if you want to, it's Chuck Martin. Is the
But just go on the regular Mister Chuck. Go on that. That's what I want. people to
Mr.
do.
Chuck Martin is Chuck's
Yes.
Twitter, and then Gene's. He hasn't gotten onto Twitter. You're still.
Yeah, he's on.
You're
I'm
on
on
Friendster.
Twitter.
You're on
Yeah.
Friendster.
I'm Gene Pompa on Twitter. I don't fuck around with my name. I didn't know that you were supposed to actually. When I signed
Okay,
on.
but so the way you're going to treat the Chuck Martin, do the same thing to Gene Pompa.
Oh, actually, I'll tell you something. There's an artist that owns the website. His name's Gene Pompa, and
Do you want that back? We can
nah,
get it.
I guess the websites are they archaic
Hilarious.
now or what? Are they antiquated? I mean, are they still relevant websites?
Are you 70?
Do you have a job?
No, but I mean,
Are you relevant?
you don't need
How many websites do you go on a day?
none.
That's not true.
No, I go on some. Yeah, I go on some for restaurants and stuff.
Wow.
Friends of my daughter.com.
Believe me, I that's so bold for me to act like that because I'm really like super hardcore defensive about everything when.
When you stick your finger out and say, "Smell my daughter." Sounds like that when you're very defensive.
So go to Mr. Chuck
Oh,
Martin
God.
and go to Gene Pompa. And thank you guys for listening. And thank you, Anonymous. We'll be back next week. Goodbye, Gene. Leave.
Thanks for having us.